Hi, this is Nwanneka on Nwanneka's Pointblank desk. And what I want to talk about today is marriage. You may wish to understand the fact that when I mention the word marriage, I open my eyes. Marriage is not a child's thing. Marriage is total commitment. Marriage is not partnership. Read my lips. Marriage is not partnership. Marriage is marriage. And if you come into marriage with the mindset that it is partnership, you will understand sooner or later that it is beyond it. And that may spell doom to your relationship in that marriage. The sooner you desire to be married, first of all, hand it over to God in prayers. Marriage is about total commitment, sacrifice of all kinds, hard work, patience, compassion, empathy, the female marriage. So when you hear people doing their golden jubilee, don't think it's all rosy like that. A lot of these things I mentioned are there. Because marriage comes with a whole lot of appurtenances. And once you are married, a lot of destinies, bear this at the back of your mind. Once you're married, a lot of destinies are tied to you to help make them what they're supposed to be, what they're destined to be. Failing which you failed God. The destiny of your spouse in that marriage, the destinies of your own children in that marriage, the destinies of people that look up to you. You have to work to make them what they're destined to be. Unlike partnership, where a lot of documents are signed, we make a lot of profits that are shared, marriage comes with vows. Vows are abono in traditional marriage. In Igbo traditional marriage, I have to mention it because that is the stock I come from, Igbo. During the traditional marriage, if you know the chains of people that attend that traditional marriage, that are partakers, stakeholders in that marriage, you won't wish to joke with it. People from your mother's side, people from your father's side, people from your father's side, and all those. Then they begin the traditional rites. The ancestors are invited. And deep-seated respect that are usually involved. Deep reverence. Because the spirits are involved. They now bring kola nut. If it's in Igbo, it has to be Igbo kola nut. You can't do nana if I tell no. Farmer Makia. I watch it. What if I say I be a large fowl? Watch it. Polo fianya. Isolutie. Ise akoaka. You are umonna. Your father. And were before the whole world there. Now, take you by the hand while you and your husband to be are kneeling down, says one or two things and hands you over to the man that is supposed to be your husband, who you will cherish forever. Then you'll be advised that today you are getting out of the family into this young man's family as his wife. And there's a caveat there that they don't give out their daughters in marriage expecting her to come back. Then the whole world will jubilate. Then you enter the church marriage, wedding, by your vows, signing the dotted lines. You go to court, do your court wedding, and all those things. When you were doing those things, you were tying yourself. So when you finish doing these things before the whole world, say that you don't take bullshit. I am telling you today, take it from me, read my lips very well. Marriage is not partnership. It's not between two people or two or more people. Marriage is 1 + 1 = 1, like I've said before. In my maths, and in a make a formula like Eluron and marriage, you must stoop to conquer. You must give your best in marriage. In marriage, you will also understand, like I was told when I was young in marriage, that marriage can only succeed if you understand what patience means. And that in marriage, that pretense is virtue. I said no. It's not possible because I am not one that pretends. I don't pretend. The man that told me, highly principled man, told me that. He told me that, yes, you have to pretend, Nwanneka. You know why? Because if you don't pretend, you will run into a lot of problems. And he gave me an example. People will just call you that they are near your home. People you were not even imagining that they are coming. And maybe you have 1 or 2 rooms you share with your family. And that by the corner of your house, you have to, if it is during the night, who knows how this rain has really dealt with you. I'm so sorry, please, Abdullah. You do everything you can to make them comfortable. All the stories they have heard about you from people that want to, you have erased them at that point. Yet your heart was disturbed. In marriage, you must be compassionate. You must be empathetic. Marriage. For it to work. Otherwise, your partner will just go the other way. If you are one that always says, my house is too hot. How much is it too hot? You cannot deceive yourself for too long. You are not only destroying yourself, you are disturbing the equilibrium of marriage totally. But if you have patience and understanding, like Christ warned us or admonished us, you must love your wife as he loves the church. And that you women, you must respect your husband. All those things. Because your husband is your king, he is your crown, he is everything. And when you're empathetic, you might talk on one array. You know, Bazia logo on the Balamacheque, you know, Bazia no Bano Tassia or Walker. If you think that somebody will raise his or her child well, you come with everything you have. Pick the child, a star in his or her own right. You pick him or her, or dagger. You want to pull that child. It's tying our own right, or it's tying his own right. You want to destroy that child. It doesn't work. You will suffer. Marriage can be so blissful. Marriage is not bed of roses. But it can be so blissful if you want to make it work like that. Ị ga na-etu di gafa. Ị ga na-etu nwunye gafa. O wee na-adaba. O meta nke adọrọ mma, ọ ma na ị ga ụbọchị enwule ọkụ. Ọ na-eze. Ebe na ya chọrọ nọ nsogbu nwunye. Enyi ya chọrọ ha di ya gị makwa. A na-eme ụbọchị enwe na-aga. At the end of the day, because your children are watching you. If you are maltreating your wife, your children are watching you. Same way, if you are maltreating your husband, your children are watching you. So then, when they need golden jubilee, for parties, in order not working, when you have not sowed well in your life, in your children's lives, you have only yourself to blame. Make your marriage work. Ino baziali chukwu ekwego maka onwe ndị ada agwọta onwe ndị bụ ndị ala na-akpaghali akpaghalị. Ino ba luka ga-egbu ikola akpa jewala onwe gị. Ọ na-emecha ife niile ikwesị ime. The world is watching. God is there watching you. This topic, marriage, is one that you don't finish in one sitting. But I just want to start because a lot of things are happening in the world. Divorce, you know, if you don't want one mother or talafu who big job long year. You book look oragan wa, blue one mother destroy yana kitanab. You can win it. If I put on a marriage, one on about you. Because this topic I have talked about today is very close to my chest. If you are married, if you go on a different phase of life, it's no longer a party time. Especially when the children are there. That is why I not have to name if you when Mr. say, and I'm not a day of job with I can make it. I name me because I'm an investment. I didn't mean that. What can you go for the Pama? Blue is one man of $5. You know, Papa, make your marriage couple the best to be admired around. Do not use your hand to destroy your marriage. You have nobody to blame except you. Any house that is burning, everybody in that house has unsettled mind. The man, the woman, the children, and the house help. Everybody in the house. So, my friends, I want you to work hard in your marriage. Be the best you can be there. Make yourself so relevant that your spouse will say, no. Then I'm finished. Struggle. But be a great person in your marriage and make it work. Your children are watching you. The world is watching you. And I'm happy I have trashed to the extent I have this topic. Let's make our marriages work. Thank you very much.